earlier presented by Governor Dapo Abiodun. The retreat brought together lawmakers and key members of the executive to interrogate the components of the proposed budget sector by sector, with the aim of strengthening fiscal planning and ensuring improved service delivery in the coming year.
Following the presentation of the 2026 budget, lawmakers of the Ogun State House of Assembly, led by Speaker Right Honorable Oludaisi Elemide, are in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, for a retreat to examine the main components of the proposal across all sectors. Declaring the retreat open, Speaker Elemide says the exercise is designed not only to review figures but also to deepen institutional capacity, enhance collaboration between the legislature and the executive, and strengthen the Assembly's commitment to modern, accountable and service-driven governance. He urges members to be thorough in their oversight responsibilities and remain mindful of public expectations, noting that constituents demand greater transparency, better project facilitation, and more tangible development outcomes.
Our charge is clear: to apply our legislative experience, institutional knowledge, and collective commitment to ensure that the 2022 budget is implemented.
Presenting an analytical review of the 2026 budget estimates and the performance of the 2025 fiscal year, the Chief Economic Advisor and Commissioner for Finance, Dapo Ogunbadejo, represented by the Commissioner for Budget and Planning, Olaolu Olabinton, explains that the 1.667 trillion naira proposal is ambitious, data-driven, and geared towards accelerating economic growth, human capital development, and sustainable infrastructure. In his fiscal breakdown of the 2026 budget, Commissioner Olabinton states that the expected outcomes cut across economic, social, and governance sectors.
We are going to be funding it principally from three areas: internal generated revenue, capital receipts, and FGN receipts, revenue generating agencies. We are going to be relying on you. We are going to be expecting you to stand up to the task and do the best that you can, so that we will meet our revenue targets.
He added that the state's medium-term revenue strategy is anchored on data-driven analysis rather than arbitrary projections, and calls on all revenue-generating agencies to strengthen their performance to meet set targets. On his part, the State Accountant General, Mr. Tunde Aregbesola, represented by Mr. Olalekan Taiwo, presented a detailed breakdown of the state's financial outlay, including the debt profile, internally generated revenue, FAAC inflows, grants, and other revenue components for both the 2025 performance and the 2026 projections. Also speaking, the Commissioner for Works and Infrastructure, Engineer Ade Akinsonya, outlined major infrastructural projects slated for next year, including road construction across all 20 local government areas and 3 senatorial districts, as well as the construction of a new conference center, among other projects.
A riot act has been read to local contractors bidding for a total of 150 projects costing over 3 billion naira in Ogun State. The chairman of Ogun State Universal Basic Education Board, Olalekan Ifedi, at a public opening of 2020-2021 Universal Basic Education and State Universal Basic Education Board intervention projects tender bidding in Abeokuta, said any contractor who executed a shoddy job would be severely blacklisted and the job taken away from them. Fowora Adesonwo reports.
A breakaway from the past, an open, transparent, corrupt-free tender bidding process aimed at ensuring legacy projects and improved facilities are left behind by Prince Dapo Abiodun's administration in primary schools across Ogun State.
Top Construction Limited. Good for the rehabilitation of a block of 2 classrooms with 3 offices at NUD Grammar School, Obatoko, Odeda.
According to the executive chairman of Ogun State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB, Olalekan Ifede, SUBEB, through the Yellow Roof Revolution, has constructed and rehabilitated 1,067 schools across Ogun State, underscoring the administration commitment to improving education infrastructure.
You this time around is not going to be business as usual. If you don't do your contract very well, don't expect us to pay you. And this thing has to be verified and confirmed, not only by the engineers, not only by the technical experts. The head teacher is going to be involved. The SPMC is going to be involved. We have even PTA, Parents Club. We have told them that wherever we are working, they should go there.
150 biddings and numerous contractors, some of them applauded the transparency in the tender bidding process.
They have not kept anything.
Ogun State Bureau of Public Procurement, non-governmental organizations, and Universal Basic Education Commission, Abuja, witnessed the exercise. The cost of the 150 project is 3,09,800,628 kobo. Adefowura, Adesanwo, OGTV News.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has finalized a plan to arraign a former Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige, over alleged fraud totaling over 2 billion naira. Court officials confirmed that the arraignment is scheduled to take place at the Gwarinpa Division of the Federal Capital Territory High Court. According to court documents seen by media, Ngige is facing 8 counts bordering on abuse of office and acceptance of gifts from contractors of the Nigerian Social Insurance Trust Fund, while serving as the supervising minister between September 2015 and May 2023. The offences, according to the EFCC, violate Section 17, subsection A and 19 of the Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offence Act 2000. Ngige is expected to take his plea when the case is called. Towards ensuring access to reliable and renewable electricity to close the gaps between children in rural and urban centers, the Women in Renewable Energy Association, YRA, have donated solar lamps to students in rural areas of Ogun State. The move was flagged off at Alaba-Lawson Group of Schools, Kuto, Abeokuta. Oladotun Davis has details of the report presented from our studio.
An innovation aimed at bridging the gap between students who have access to constant power supply and those who don't led the Women in Renewable Energy Association of Nigeria, YRA, to donate solar lamps to students in rural areas. Flagging off the exercise at Alaba-Lawson Group of Schools had the wife of the Ogun State Governor, who was also the special guest, Mrs. Bamidele Abiodun, the national president of the association, Chief Dr. Mrs. Nana Okuribido, as well as the association state coordinator, Ambassador Shoyebi Abiodun, in attendance. The wife of the Ogun State Governor, Mrs. Bamidele Abiodun, in her speech, commended the association for coming up with such exercise, stating that the provision of solar lamps to students is an investment in the education and an opportunity for less privileged. She also said that primary and secondary education remains the strongest foundations that can be given to any child.
Remind us that true development must be both people-centered and environmentally responsible. We are gathered here today for a cause that is as practical as it is powerful. Light Up Africa speaks directly to the future of our children by addressing one of the most basic but often overlooked barriers to learning, access to light.
The convener of the program, Ambassador Shoyebi Oluwakemi Abiodun, spoke on the importance of light to the academic growth of students, stating that the exercise is aimed at providing source of light to students to read better at night.
You know, children, they are our future. So we want to We want the children to stop burning the candle. Instead of burning the candle, instead of burning the lantern, they should start burning solar lamp. Solar lamp can be charged through DC and AC. And with solar reading lamp, they can have access to good, clean, sustainable, renewable energy.
Students present at the program appreciated the gesture by the association.
For example, they gave us a solar light that will help us to read at any point in time during the day, during the storm, during the night. At any point in time you can read, and that would really help with our academics. I would like to say a very big thank you for honoring our school and paying attention to the students of Ogun State.
I want to thank the directors and the people who gathered hands to create this project and enabling us with the solar powered torchlights. I shall make good use of it.
The wife of the state governor, Mrs. Bamidele Abiodun, donating the first set of lamps to the students.
Moving on to the foreign scene, Thailand has dissolved parliament after nearly a week of fresh clashes along its border with Cambodia, with a general election to be called within 45 to 60 days. In a royal decree published, Prime Minister Anutin cited the deadly border disputes among other challenges his minority government has struggled to contain since it took office 3 months ago. The appropriate solution is to dissolve the parliament, which is a way to return political power to the people, he said. And finally, in the world of sport, the Nigerian Women Football League has imposed a fine of 2.5 million naira and a 3-game ban to a neutral venue in Ekiti Queens following the assault on match officials during the home fixture against Edo Queens in Ado-Ekiti. A viral video from the aftermath of the match shows security personnel shooting the officials as home fans hurled projectiles in protest of their team's 1-0 defeat. A Tumer Doso's 67th minute strike sealed the victory for the visitors. As part of the sanctions, Ekiti Queen were fined a total of 2.5 million naira for the various infractions. The league body also directed the club to play their next 3 home matches at the neutral venue, the MKO Abiola Stadium in Abeokuta. And to wrap up the news are the words of Mother Teresa: "Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love." And we have now come to the end of the midday news. Many thanks for watching. Good afternoon.